Edinburgh, in the late 17th and early 18th century, was one of the most crowded, intense, and dangerous cities in Europe. By 1700, nearly 50,000 people were packed inside defensive walls, built for far fewer. The skyline rose sharply, not with wide boulevards, but with tall stone tenements stacked one on top of another. Life here was vertical, noisy, and rarely clean. In this video, I use modern AI tools to bring historic paintings, engravings, and prints to life, allowing us to shift perspective, change camera angles, and move through the same scenes in ways their original artists never could. We can step into streets that no longer exist, look down closes that were never photographed, and watch daily life unfold moment by moment. First, I want to talk about the city's heart. This view shows the Royal Mile around the year 1700, running downhill from Edinburgh Castle to Holyrood Palace. The camera looks along a narrow stone spine, uneven and sloping, slick with refuse and rain. Tall tenements rise on both sides, some reaching 10 or 11 stories. Wooden galleries jut outward, windows are small, light barely reaches the street below. The skyline feels heavy, almost pressing inward. Daily life crowds every inch. Merchants shout from doorways. Horses struggle uphill. Barrels roll. Children dart between boots. The air smells of smoke, sour ale, and waste. At any moment, a cry of Gardyloo sends people scrambling as chamber pots are emptied from above. Disease is constant. Typhus and smallpox move quietly through the population. The Royal Mile mattered because it was everything at once: market, courthouse, parade route, and power corridor. Kings processed here. Riots began here. News spread here. By the mid-1700s, congestion became unbearable. Later reforms and the new town would pull wealth northward. Today, this same stretch still exists. But it is cleaner, wider in feeling, and far calmer than it ever was then. This is Edinburgh Castle. This view shows Edinburgh Castle dominating the western skyline. Perched on volcanic rock, it looms over the city like a watchful eye. By 1695, the castle was still an active military stronghold. Cannon point outward, barracks crowd the upper yards. Stone walls drop sharply into shadow. Below, the city lives under its presence. Drums echo at dawn. Guards change posts. Smoke rises from kitchens inside the fortress. The danger here is political. Just decades earlier, in 1689, the castle was bombarded during the Jacobite uprisings. Loyalty was never assumed. The castle mattered as both defense and symbol. Whoever controlled it, controlled Scotland's capital. Later, its military role faded. By the 19th century, it became a monument rather than a threat. Remarkably, this is a site you can still visit today, standing exactly where these views were first imagined. This view shows one of Edinburgh's infamous closes branching off the Royal Mile. The camera slips downward into darkness. Stone walls rise close on both sides. No sunlight reaches the ground. Water trickles constantly. Footsteps echo sharply. People live stacked above one another. Bakers, lawyers, servants, and beggars all share the same building. The smell is overwhelming: rot, smoke, human waste. Fire is a constant risk. One spark could climb these wooden interiors in minutes. These closes mattered because they held most of the city's population. They were unavoidable and deeply unequal. By the 1800s, many were cleared or sealed. Others were forgotten entirely. Today, a few survive, restored and sanitized, but their shadows still feel heavy. This view shows St. Giles Cathedral standing firm at the city's center. Its crowned steeple rises above rooftops like a marker of order. Inside, sermons echo through cold stone. By the late 1600s, religion here was tense. Scotland had endured decades of conflict between Presbyterian and Episcopal control. Crowds gather tightly during services. The air smells of damp wool and candle wax. The danger is ideological. Public worship could turn political in an instant. St. Giles mattered as the spiritual heart of Edinburgh. Declarations were read here. Reforms debated here. Later renovations altered its interior dramatically. Today, it remains active, but far quieter than during its most turbulent years. This view shows the Nor Loch lying below the castle's north face. It is dark, stagnant, and foul. Refuse flows into it constantly. Dead animals float near the banks. The water barely moves. The smell carries uphill on warm days. Disease breeds here easily. The loch mattered because it was both defense and dumping ground. By the late 1700s, it was finally drained. In its place, Prince's Street Gardens would later appear. Today, few realize a toxic lake once filled this peaceful green space. This view shows Edinburgh's defensive walls encircling the old town. Gates are narrow. Watchmen stand alert. After dark, entry is restricted. The city is sealed. Inside, overcrowding worsens. Outside, opportunity waits, but safety does not. The walls mattered because they trapped the population during outbreaks and shortages. By the mid-18th century, they were dismantled. Today, fragments remain, hidden among modern streets. This view shows a burial ground on the city's edge during the late 1690s. The camera lingers on uneven earth. The plague had returned repeatedly. In 1699, outbreaks forced mass burials. Bells toll softly. Families stand back, fearful. Death mattered because it shaped policy and fear alike. Later, sanitation reforms slowly emerged. Today, these grounds are quiet, often unmarked. This view shows the Grassmarket alive with trade and punishment. Stalls crowd the square. Meat hangs openly. Public executions draw crowds. By 1700, this was normal entertainment. The danger is social. Justice here is swift and visible. The Grassmarket mattered as both economic hub and warning. Today, it survives as a lively district, its darker role mostly forgotten. This view shows Holyrood Palace at the city's eastern end. It feels distant from the crowded core. By 1707, after the Act of Union, royal presence faded. The palace grew quieter. It mattered as a symbol of lost sovereignty. Today, it stands preserved, ceremonial rather than powerful. This view shows Edinburgh after sunset. Torches flicker, doors lock. The city hums with unseen movement. Crime thrives in darkness. Yet life continues. By the 1722nd, change was coming. Expansion, sanitation, and new ideas would reshape everything. Standing here now, the past feels close, almost within reach. AI lets us step nearer, but the weight of history remains. If there's another city, moment, or scene you'd like to see reconstructed like this, let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much.